At long last, the world gets to see the real Corbin Bleu, right?
Right. Yes. The real ass of Corbin Bleu.
When you
That's what
did
it is.
that, did you say, "Oh, of course we must do this," or was it like, "Do I really want to do this?"
No, it actually was a very easy yes, and the reason why is because of Tim Federle, the show's creator, who allowed it to be such an involved process for me. And he had laid out several different routes that we could take. Am I coming back as my original character of Chad? Am I coming back as a completely different character, or am I coming back as myself? And he had presented those options, and then we sort of went down those tree branches and saw how could that all branch off. And overall, I just felt like, you know what, I this there's no way that I couldn't be a part of this, and for me not to feel comfortable. So that's why it was. I mean, it was such an easy yes, and I respect what they've done with the show.
For both of you, how has the Disney world changed from when you were kids and you were in it? Is it a lot different than what it was, or?
I think it's quite a bit different. Actually, I just think the pace of everything it's so fast now. Corbin has a different experience, like with the dancing, like musical side of it when it comes to the show. But even for me, just watching how quickly the shows get made, how much added responsibilities the actors have on the shows with the social media and the different ways we try to engage the fans now, that it really, back in the day, was just you do your show, you shoot a couple of promos, you show up at Disneyland and you're in the parade and you wave, and that's like kind of it. And now it's kind of a 24/7 never ending engagement thing. And it's a pretty different approach than when we were doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Corbin, your show really not that Hannah Montana didn't, but your show really blew up. I mean, it was like unbelievable to see the way the kids reacted to High School Musical in the beginning. And did that take you aback? Were you like surprised at how big it was?
We were, of course, very surprised at how big it was. And I mean, and it's no secret, we weren't, expecting to make the lightning in a bottle that we did. It was another Disney Channel movie of the week that happened to have some awesome singing and dancing and be directed by the Kenny Ortega. And it just turned into obviously what it did. But I think what surprises me even more is just how it continues to inspire these generations. And I know Jason and I have talked about it before, but it's so much of it is because of Disney Plus. The fact that we have High School Musical, being able to go back and watch it again. The fact that we have Hannah Montana, you to be able to go back and rewatch all of these shows. And so those who did grow up with the shows not only can go back and reminisce and have that nostalgia, but a lot of them have their kids of their own. And I have like 5, 6, 7-year-olds that come up to me that know me, that I'm like, these movies were and from specifically from that project that was from way before when they were born. So it's pretty incredible.
It seems that the bar has been raised, that you can't be at just a certain level or be a one threat. You have to really be a triple threat. You can't, to do these things today, you've got to be able to sing, dance, and act. Do you guys see that too? I mean, I think
it's especially for shows like High School Musical that lean so much into almost the theatery performance of it. Like, there's no faking it. Nobody is pretending like they can dance when they can't actually dance. You'll see right through that very, very quickly. I think there really is a level of authenticity now in these young performers that you could fake more stuff back in the day. I feel like you can't hide the flaws now, especially again because of the social media stuff. There's so much content being put out there that's scrutinized. If you're not on your game all the time, it just sort of gets lost in the wash of all of the other incredibly talented people that are putting stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever Zephron your way into a role? I love that, by the way. That's like
such a good.
The line from the show.
Yeah. I kind of Zephroned my way into Rudy. I didn't really audition for Rudy on Kicking It, the show I did after Hannah. That was more, I talked to Disney and I was like, hey man, this has been really fun. Hannah's wrapping up. You want to do something else? And they're like, will you be a goofy sensei in a strip mall dojo? And I was like, yes, I will. And there you go. Have you ever Zephroned?
I mean, it's funny because even with this project, I feel like there's a part, because I get to play myself.
Yeah,
I get to play. I mean, there's work that went into it. There's so much, work as far as figuring out what are the differences. What is this alternate universe Corbin? But what's so great about playing yourself is, certain things like just how you speak, your mannerisms. A lot of times when you have to ask questions about, okay, well, how would this character perceive what we're going through right now? What is this character's motivation? All those questions. Those are questions that are very, very easily answered when you're playing yourself. It definitely makes it
Well, hey, you guys, thank you so much. It's so great to see you, and come back.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sold.
Yeah. Thanks, Bruce.